Yeah, no, him. Fishy going on, LOL.
No fake pumps are allowed. No spamming. No glitching. And no headline is allowed.
Alright, go and get off.
Streams are behind anyway. Nah, bro. Of course not. Streams are behind anyway.
Alright, let me see. Alright, go and get off. Go and get off it.
What?
Oh my god.
What's he gonna start doing? And there's no YouTube plays in here.
I know. I don't fucking run YouTube.
But if he does, the commissioner don't like it. Alright. What, that play?
Come on! Fucking bullshit, man. Punt that shit. Give me some warm water, please. Oh wow. What, really?
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Detroit! Detroit! Check, check. Here we go now. Green, 39.
Webb now from the gun. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And they finally get him down at the other 46. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They keep it with Crowell on first. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
What up, though? What's y'all? Fuck, I can't remember. Is there a rule against manual motion?
You're excited about hitting him in the first half? Maybe not so much in the second half, as some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
Last year, the Jets averaged exactly 4 yards per rush, and that's what they need here, 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down.
Wow. Oh my God.
Oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Detroit! Detroit!
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the left?
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Leonard Williams in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the Jets set to take the field. Last time out, they
dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, but, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Off play action, it's Webb. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And a nice gain at 21 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Detroit!
On 1st down, it's Webb. And he rifles one incomplete.
They kind of forced.
This team don't have fucking Sam Darnold?
All games that are streamed, please tag me or one of the commissioner and to record the game.
I mean, like, how the hell I don't have Sam Darnold?
No, I don't have Sam
Darnold.
It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do got to get
Donald
Yes.
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the
and tag the commissioner.
Yeah. I'm gonna be out after this game.
I'm gonna be out after this game.
Yeah. Alright, go and get off.
And I'm not after this.
Looking
Alright, go and get off.
Sam Donald, you said? Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, fucking running back. I mean, quarterback.
QB? Or CB?
QB, you dumb son of a bitch.
Said, I'm out after this game, bro. Why?
That's what he said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this team has no QB. I mean, that's the only reason I got the Jets. This is Sam Darnold.
I thought Jets had Sam.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. You didn't write what I fucking asked you.
What did you want to
Cause that's the only reason I got the Jets, you dumb fucking bitch. You're worried about looking at another shit. Swear, man. No, I can't concentrate with you being on that motherfucker. Just turn it off. I'll handle everything after I'm done with the game. Turn it off. Turn it off.
First you tell me.
You should have fucking done already, bitch. You're just making excuses so you can stay on the motherfucker.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I checked one of the guys that had my team traded when my LB's away. So I have him.
I'm not worried about it.
He said I have him.
I'm not worried about it.
Okay, please shut up.
Pull the mic down. My forehead. And it's still on. You're not gonna turn it off.
Let it be.
I turned it off, I asked you. You know, you
You're still going?
wait, get out of my room. No,
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. On fourth down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. Now Landry spins past it. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
You try that to the other side, not this side. Leopard! Leopard! Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 3 down, 3 down. Watch tight, tight ends right. Watch tight, tight ends right. Now let's go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. First down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Avery Williamson there to make the stop. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th-and-1. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. As they get the stoppage with So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Gun!
Now a 1st down throw. Webb letting one go deep for a new. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Quincy Enunwa as the first half is winding down. And the Jets can take the lead now with the extra point. Jason Myers now for the extra point. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Here's Myers now to kick it away. Now it's Duke Johnson here on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's Mayfield. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now let's go.
On 1st and 10, Webb. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. So we have reached halftime here. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Andre Roberts now to return it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go now. 3.
They'll run it again with Corral. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Detroit! All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
To throw on 3rd down, Webb. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Landry now on the return. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
First down, Mayfield. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Mayfield on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more coming. Detroit! Detroit! Tight ends on the loosey. Tight ends on the loosey. Tight ends on the loosey.
To throw, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Jenkins. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away. And incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Going underneath for Crowell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
On third down, Webb looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Matthews, the intended target. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Steve McClendon busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat. But they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
New York set to take the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. 3-19.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Webb. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
A 1st down carry now for Crowell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
second down. Webb. And that is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
The Jets on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Detroit!
Webb. Oh, some strong running. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown or the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started. Nice game. Got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Nixon. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. This is the running back, Powell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Crowell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him, Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Webb. And Matthews has it right side. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 38. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Detroit! Detroit!
Mayfield to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Trying to get it to Landry there. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
They'll toss it to Crowell. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the 1st half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now a toss running left. This is Crowell. And out across midfield down to the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload.
Right, now,
but you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's a give to Crowell. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
They'll run with Crowell, and he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a handoff to Crowell, and he'll take this one down to the 36. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Webb now from the gun. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Browns defense stands tall. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And that one is incomplete. It stops the clock now with 15 seconds remaining. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. 6 seconds now. 5 seconds. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Jets, they get back in the
That was a good game. Some good game, bro.
You signing free agency, right?
And what?
And your league, me balling today or what? Christopher Boltman.
Only sign. You're allowed to sign 2 free agents per week, and the only ones that belong on your team. I appreciate you guys watching, subscribing if you did. Y'all have a good one, man.